Next up, we have The Power of the Individual by John Lerch, one of our own. John's been involved since I can remember. And if you don't know John, I'll be shocked because he knows almost everybody.
Hope everybody had a great 2013, and I hope you're ready for a great 2014. I think everybody here probably is pretty cognizant of what happened in General Assembly in 2013, and I don't think any of it was any good to any liberty-loving person or anybody who really sticks up for individual rights. Get that out of the way first. So today is the first day of the, today is the day when 188 people who most of you have never met, probably never will, are going to begin to meet and pass laws that are going to tell you you have to pay more taxes to cover a $500+ million budget shortfall, deficit, whatever word you want to plug in there, that they created. And by the way, they also want a pay raise.
Oh.
I don't know if everybody's aware, the legislators want a pay raise this year. So there you go. Right now we have 188 seats in the House of, in the General Assembly in the state of Maryland, 141 in the House, 47 in the Senate. And of those 188 seats, we have about 50 plus that are up for grabs. That is an awful, awful big turnover in the state. You can look around and you can see not many states will ever have that big of a turnover in their General Assemblies. Hopefully, we have some good liberty candidates step in and fill those seats. I think there may be a few around that we know, and I hope everybody's going to get on board and find one of these people and help them, because just to let you know, in the General Assembly, in the House, 7 committee chairs. Those 7 committee chairs have a total of 181 years of service in elected office. That comes out to about 25.86 years that these people have been in one job. That's pretty amazing that these people have been there for 26 years on average and have not lost their jobs. When you add in 181 years of those 7 committee chairs in the House, O'Malley, Miller, and Bush have both been, or all three have been in office for over 30 years. These people have spent the lion's share of their adult life in office. They have nothing else to do. They have no other experience. They're office holders. That's all they are. They're politicians. And it's about time we start taking a few of these people out. You're not going to take an O'Malley, a Miller, or Bush out, but there's a lot of races that we can look around this state and we can get some liberty people in. I think we can start making get a little bit of a toehold in Maryland. Getting in kind of to my power of the individual, I want to keep it short. I want to introduce my friend Elizabeth. She has a great presentation tonight. I'm also part of the Maryland Legislative Watch Group, and it is an awesome group to be involved in. I hope you guys are going to help us out and everybody can step up and take a little bit of this fight on that we're taking on. The one thing I did want to say, and this is going back many, many years, Cicero stated that the more laws, the less justice you have. Last year there was 2,600 bills, introduced into the General Assembly, and about 900 and some became law. That is an awful lot of new laws to be passed. The one thing, none of those laws really benefited anybody from what I could see. Most of those laws, maybe a few did, most of those laws are really kind of not beneficial to the average individual. One of the things when I was talking to Larry about giving my little speech, about the power of the individual, that the individual always has to struggle and fight to keep from being overwhelmed by the group. And basically when we look at Annapolis, we're looking at a group of people and we're seeing all these bills they're throwing at us and all this legislation, and we're thinking, well, you can't fight that. Well, Elizabeth is going to show you tonight that you can fight that, and you don't have to take on a whole elephant by yourself. You can just take on a little bit of the fight, and that's really all we're asking anybody to do in any fight. And anything we do with Campaign for Liberty, when we do lit drops, you don't have to come out and do a whole month worth of Saturdays. If you can come out when the weather gets nice, and it will get nice, I hope, that we're going to start doing some lit drops again. We're going to go against the rain tax, a bunch of other issues. One Saturday a month for 2 hours. It goes by fast, and that's really a big step you can take in your personal, individual fight to come out and advance the cause of liberty in Maryland. One thing I do want to leave you with, no legislator can grant you rights, and no legislation is needed to give you liberty. So I hope you keep that thought in mind, and really let that sink in. Having said that, I would like to introduce Elizabeth Myers with Maryland Legislative Watch, and she is going to tell you about all the bills, and she's going to tell you the ways that we can fight some of these bills and hopefully have a big impact this